Well, guys, I don't know if you've seen this yet, but oh my, is it golden. Not only because it's true, but also because it involves that cretinous tosspot Don Lemon getting absolutely destroyed. This happened as he was busy moaning about the royal family's wealth like some socialist before he flipped onto slavery and came out with this steaming pile of horseshit that, like I said, got absolutely destroyed.
Well, this is coming when, there's all of this wealth and you hear about it comes as England is facing rising costs of living, a living crisis, austerity budget cuts, and so on. And then you have those who are asking for reparations for colonialism, and they're wondering, $100 billion, $24 billion here and there, $500 million there. Some people want to be paid back, and members of the public are wondering, why are we suffering when you have all of this vast wealth? Those are legitimate concerns.
Well, I think you're right about reparations in terms of if people want it, though, what they need to do is you always need to go back to the beginning of a supply chain. Where was the beginning of the supply chain? That was in Africa. And when across the entire world, when the slavery was taking place, which was the first nation in the world that abolished slavery? The first nation in the world to abolish it. It was started by William Wilberforce, was the British. In Great Britain, they abolished slavery. 2,000 naval men died on the high seas trying to stop slavery. Why? Because the African kings were rounding up their own people. They had them on cages waiting in the beaches. No one was running into Africa to get them. And I think you're totally right. If reparations need to be paid, we need to go right back to the beginning of that supply chain and say who was rounding up their own people and having them handcuffed in cages. Absolutely. That's where they should start. And maybe, I don't know, the descendants of those families where they died in the high seas trying to stop the slavery, that those families should receive something too, I think, at the same time.
It's an interesting discussion, Hillary. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Well, there you see it. She absolutely wrecked him, being right in all that she said. Though, to be honest, she could have gone even further than that. She could have mentioned the fact that we spent so much money fighting slavery back then that we only finished paying off the debt for it in like 2018. She also didn't even mention the fact that for many years after we started fighting it, we forced every nation we defeated in combat to agree to us searching their ships for slavers. We also made them agree to outlaw the slave trade as a condition of peace, so if anything, the world owes us money, I would say.
How dare you!
That information there would have been good to hear on television, but to be honest, the absolute destruction she gave Dopey Dom here did the trick. Of course, lefty tosspots on Twitter will try and refute what she said, but it's literal history, no matter what way they try and swing it.